theft, the VBS. According to you, as a citizen of the country, a victim has been identified, a perpetrator has been identified by the courts. It's no longer rumors. For the victim to be compensated, what must happen and should government?
We were excited, guided by the new developments, because we are really on the side of the victim this time around as community members. We are saying the perpetrators must be brought to book. Law must take its position there. And as for the victims, we are saying we can appreciate if government really can bring its support legally wise to say how can this victim be compensated, because it's the vulnerable and the poor of the poor that has been suffering such corrupt acts of such people.
Saying the reason the ANC is not performing well because you are currently number 3. EFF is number 1, DA number 2, MK number 3, and you are the 4th one in line. You think there are no prospect of taking this ward?
You know, the ANC, it's very big. This ward is ours. We are just having intellectuals. You know, it comprises of many students. Students is people who study, who go to school. You understand? They think before they can do anything. You understand? And those people, they are members of the ANC. But then for them to actually not to vote for the ANC is the problem that we are having currently right now in the ANC. We are having ghost leadership here in our branch. You understand? The problem is that the ANC is big. You will find criminals, you will find the pastors and all such people. But then us as comrades, we are going to continue fighting to make sure those criminals and all those elements which are not wanted, we must remove them. Us as the ANC Youth League, we are going to continue. We are going to make sure that we are having a candidate that is coming from the ANC Youth League, YCLSA, and all other sister brothers of the ANC. You see, my brother.
Any chance of winning?
No, we are having a very big chance of winning. Only if the ANC from the region, province and national, they can come down and fix this mess that they have created here in 192.
Rona man mashane politically incorrect. What's the occasion, man? Why go na le monyanya mo? Why go tletse go dintsa?
What rena ya what 92 nna ke bolela ke le mongoledi wa what ANC.
Ya ba lebelle ke bana.
Rena le di by-election is as a result of councilor ya rena ya DA e beng itshwere ward. E ba promoted to the provincial legislature. So se bujetse khoba ka gare ga ward. Well, it's important that we must go back to the drawing board and equally get a candidate. Ye tlongo a ward councillor. Yeah, this ward 192 kamotso tulong ya Tshwane.
Okay, ke leboga. And then a capacity ya gago in this ward, and then your capacity in this election campaign. O bereka eng o dira?
Election campaign ya rena ba le ka go bona is massive. The African National Congress it tloga e eme ka maoto e re no. What ye ka baka la gore be le ka matsong a DA go bile lo tse ntšhi le di a senyega jwale re nyako ye misha rena councilor African National Congress ke yona no shi le gore ka kgona go resolve mathata mo jwale re na le missionary show wa iponagatša badudi ka moka ba rena ba tloga ba etla ba re aowa the African National Congress re a tshepa gore ge le na le swere dilo di tla loka ka mogare ga wate ke ga ka more le ka mo
Ra leboga. Mtshana wena o mang?
Ngicela ukukhuluma isiNgisi.
Akuna bothata.
Ngicela ukukhuluma isiNgisi. My name is Prince Laltamsibi. I'm residing here in 192 Arcadia. I've been here since 2015 in the main. And I've participated in the community activities. And beyond that, I went to an extent where I volunteer in the Community Policing Forum for Sector 2, that is within 192, where I was a secretary. And due to changes, I equally then changed, and I was then elected as a secretary for Community Policing Forum for Sector 3 here in 192. We've been working with the society, and we know and we're aware of the challenges of our society it then requires someone who needs just to address their challenges and they feel that they belong in our society. In the main, yeah, in a nutshell, I can say that's who I am.
The demographics here tell me that student population, migrant population, lots of diplomatic houses around here. So you are dealing with issues that are not typical Soshanguve or typical Centurion, typical Mamelodi. What is it that if you are elected and you go to council, issues that you think you will represent someone who comes from here? They would think every time you vote on an issue, an emotion that sits, you know this particular one is a challenge that is specifically Akkadian problem that you'll be helping them. What is it that at the top of your mind?
Thank you very much for that question. In the main, when the capital city, that is one. In a space of 3 months, community come and go, guided by the challenges, high rent, high electricity rates, and all that. But guided by the demographics of our society, our society is dominated by students. So that is our focal area to say the challenges that we have picked with students, majority they are from disadvantaged families. We'll make sure that we work hand in glove with the NSFAS national office in the main. But beyond that, we're sitting with a challenge where there are people who assist. I will just put inverted commas, we call them Nyaupe boys. These boys, during the day, they are beggars, they assist in packing cars and all that, but during the night or in the evening, they tend to be thugs. So as in like, and we've already have plans for that to say, no, we are not chasing these Nyaupe boys away from our community, but in the main, we are saying, let's call for a rehabilitation for them. They may continue to do their recycling, but they must be taken care of by NPOs and government in the main, where they get counseling and they get rehabilitation on drugs and all that.
In council, what is it that you would identify these problems are strictly my issues, things that you have picked up on the ground that you think that they're very important for you to champion in council?
In council, it's very simple. Beyond the basic service delivery issues of street lights, beyond that, issues of street lights, students are here for a period of 3 years in the main. That will be our focal area for students. Mainly they are from disadvantaged families. We need to work with NPOs to provide sanitary dignity packs, equally provide food parcels because NFAS is not doing enough.
I heard that you were marching today.
Yes, today we're marching. Our march was dedicated or focused on 2 issues. It was focused on crime prevention that is rooted or sourced through these Nyaupe boys.
So what are they doing? Is that a march? Is that the same thing you were doing at the back?
What do you mean at the back?
At the back. Is that a march? Is that the same thing that you were doing? Or your course was more specific and direct?
No, our course was very direct and focused because we had to go to the metro and apply for this, for our march, where the police and metro is informed and they equally asked us, what is the purpose of the march?
What was it?
The purpose of our march was very simple. We said to ourselves, for as much as students they are here for education and all that, they tend to be balancing life and social. And then they find themselves caught up on social issues because after these social programs, then that's when the Nyaupe boys take advantage of them, take their cell phones.
Who are you marching against?
We are marching against these Nyaupe boys that are dominant in our area, and police and metro and all of them.
Who are you marching to?
No, we said to ourselves, let's not march to anyone, but let's bring police and metro because it's their case, this one. It's their baby.
Was there a memorandum?
No, we didn't deliver any memorandum. But we said to ourselves, let's take this indirectly. Let's take these police and metros to the hotspot of these Nyaupe boys. We make sure that we cover all these hotspot areas to show the police that through the community policing forum. Let's have programs that talk to or that respond to these challenges.
MCB, pandemonium at the back. Are you happy with everything you delivered? Is that all you wanted to tell your constituency?
Beyond everything else, what we need just to send out to our communities that our focus or our, can I say what? Our plan, we want to bring all our programs, should we be voted as the ANC to be cancelled for this ward. We want this community, actually all our programs will be community-centric and understanding that 90% of this population is students and they are mainly here for the period of 3 years or 4 years guided by their disciplines of education. So we're saying we'll make sure that our platform or rather our ward is a second home away from home for students.
Thank you very much, MC.
Thank you very much.
Mongwaledi, uka shadisha. Ke ba le batho ba gago?
Badudi ba Acadia, Ward 92 in the main, African National Congress candidate Ritlishang is candidate is community orientated. Utseba dillo tsa lena tsa Acadia, wa le kushisha dillo tsa lena ka moka they have been noted. We are saying it's an African National Congress. Vote for us. Give us an opportunity to govern this ward. We know the challenges of this ward. Acadia is dark in the main. The issue of crime. We are having many challenges as a ward. So we are saying we are making a plea and we are promising the people of Acadia that we are going to resolve their issues. We know that majority of the ward is getting younger and younger. So therefore, the issues of young people are very prevalent to our campaign, and we want to ensure that we take the municipality back, because if we don't win these wards as an African National Congress, we are then minimizing our chances of winning the municipality, so that we can go back and serve our people, because our people have hope in the African National Congress, and we are saying in the main, support us. 25th of August, next week Wednesday, let's make sure that the polling in our VDs, let's get out and make sure that we support the African National Congress. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
A growing concern is sweeping across the country as drug addiction rates among the youth continue to soar. The most commonly abused substances include nyaupe, which is a potent cocktail of heroin and other chemicals and is highly addictive. Crystal meth, also known as stick, is also among the most abused drug. Garina Foundation Rehabilitation Center in Polokwane has emerged as a vital lifeline for those struggling with substance abuse. The center offers a comprehensive and supportive environment for individuals to overcome their addictions and rebuild their lives. Some of the patients who are new in the center say they need to confront their addiction and get reintegrated into society.
I started using drugs after separating from my child's mother and misusing resources provided by my mother. She had given me a car to simplify my life, but I used it for unintended purposes. My mother, despite not having formal qualification, worked hard to provide for me. I regret misusing her property and resources, which were meant to support me, because she had worked hard to acquire them.
Got misuse and then got promoted the drugs come to go baby mama.
Then Papa got back.
After my parents separated, my father moved in with his new partner and started a new family. I felt abandoned and unloved by my biological father, who prioritized supporting his stepchildren over me. This, combined with the stress of my mother's unemployment, led me to seek solace in drug abuse as a way to cope with the emotional pain and neglect I felt.
Some of the success stories from this center are a testament to its effectiveness. The outgoing patients say the center helped them to overcome their addiction and find purpose in life again.
This place has been a turning point for me. I'm 42 years now and I've made tremendous progress since coming here. I started smoking at the age of 16 and struggled with addiction for years. Despite previous attempts to quit, I relapsed many times in Johannesburg. I've gone from being estranged from my family to having a loving relationship with them again. They are thrilled with my progress and I'm motivated to continue changing my life for the sake of my children. I'm determined to keep moving forward.
Rehab has been a transformative experience, helping me to heal and develop a deeper appreciation for my mother. Previously, I struggled with feelings of abandonment stemming from my father's absence, especially since my siblings all had involved fathers in their lives. This experience has helped me work through those emotions and develop a more positive relationship with my parents.
The founder of the Garena Foundation Rehabilitation Center says government should fund rehabilitation centers so that they can help more young people.
My journey began as a humble street vendor, but witnessing the devastating impact of drug abuse on young people's life compelled me to take action. I founded a rehab center to address this critical need, driven by the realization that our community was being neglected with no support, sponsors or funding to turn to. Despite the challenges, I remain committed to making a difference. We are requesting the government to intervene so that we can continue to help these young people, since most of them cannot afford to pay.
When I wake up early in the morning almost every day, to make sure
South African National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence says it has been offering a variety of services for the prevention and treatment of substance use disorders. Sanka says government and the public should participate in curbing the scourge of drug abuse.
Sanka is registered as an NPO, is registered as an outpatient rehabilitation treatment center. So what normally it does, we are doing the prevention programs in all the provinces, because we are funded by Department of Social Development to make sure that we do the prevention, the treatment of substance abuse, and then aftercare in all the district in the province. So we have different kind of programs that are actually aiming into making sure that we raise awareness in terms of substance use disorders in all the communities, in the schools, in churches, whatever way the community they will want to actually to see us doing the or rendering our services in all the districts. Yes, we are limited in terms of resources and all that, but we are doing our level best as NGO, but also with the support from Department of Social Development to see that we are addressing the issue of substance abuse.
With the drug abuse situation continue to unfold, the future of South African youth hangs in the balance, and immediate action is necessary to prevent a generation